All right. Well, it's cold in South Mississippi. We normally don't have that. Look at Greg. But Greg says he's hot, but you just rode from Diaries, so um, come check out what's going on at the shop today. We've got an exciting day at the shop. You guys know I've been trying to post little videos on YouTube about Biloxi Bicycle Works and what's going on here. We've got Pete, our ride leader today. So Pete's getting ready to go take a ride tonight, a group ride. Generally, I ride on the group ride, but I'm going to hop on my trainer tonight. Not because it's cold, it's because I kind of need a structured workout. So, what else is going on in the shop? This is going from my YouTube channel.
All right.
Yeah. So I just got done. We just got done checking out the new Trek Checkpoint Gen 3. I just took it for a ride. Checked out an awesome sunset. I'll see if I can put that on the video somewhere.
That's a beautiful PK Big Ripper.
Oh yeah. Check this out. This is the new, and around here we love our little SE bikes. We love the BMX crew. So, I like doing wheelies. At 54 years old, it's kind of cool owning a bike shop and doing wheelies. But this is called the Big Flyer HD, and it's in this cool green color. Alana, do you remember what color that is? What's called electric blue?
Yeah,
It's called
I think that's it.
Yeah, SE calls it electric blue. It's awesome.
Look that up and make sure.
Probably got the name wrong, but on my YouTube channel, we don't get everything right because it's unscripted and it's real.
No doubt.
But yeah, that's the first time we've had that.
Yeah, the first time we've had that colorway in here, and of course I got it right next to the mountain bike. So around here we like to do everything. And tomorrow we run out of here. So on Thursday nights we run. We've got these cool Knox Gear lights. And we've got a lot of community in Biloxi. We just had a lady in from New Orleans. And she was talking about how her brother just lives down the road from the shop. She popped on in here and said it was super cool. So we didn't have a whole lot of bike sales today at Biloxi Bicycle Works, but we had a lot of awesome people come into the shop and, say hi to us. We sold some accessories. So not a big money day, but, a good day. It is cold outside, so I did a couple videos for social media today talking about this is a perfect time to drop your bikes off for repair. So, and there's our repairman, Steve. How you doing, Steve? This is for YouTube because Steve doesn't like being on social media, but I think YouTube is a little bit different than social media. It's a little bit different.
Yeah,
It's not Facebook and it's not Instagram. I don't do TikTok or anything. Not that I have anything against it. I've never logged in. Probably a good media. No, Greg says stay away from TikTok. What do you guys think? So, anyway, this is what's going on at Biloxi Bicycle Works today. Well, if you're on the Gulf Coast, well, listen to what I say about the repair. This is a great, people don't think about repairing their bikes until the weather's beautiful. There's very few, qualified repairmen that are employable. I mean, I know some good bike mechanics, but they don't make great employees. Good friends, awesome to ride mountain bikes with and stuff, but they don't, after a paycheck or two, they don't want to show back up to work. So, that's kind of common in the bicycle industry. In the big city, you've got shops that you can jump from one shop to another. There's very few shops around the Mississippi Gulf Coast, so, I value my employees and I want them to stick around for a while, so. We don't, when I say employable, Steve's employable. He shows up to work when he's scheduled to, and if he wants to go take a little bit of time off, he schedules that as well. So sometimes Steve might want to go get off a little bit early and walk his dog. He doesn't have to come up with some kind of excuse. He just says, "Hey, Bart, can I get off a little bit early to walk my dog?" Sure, Steve. He doesn't show up to work high or drunk or something like that. And, in the bicycle industry, sometimes that happens. And when I say employable, as someone that owns a bike shop, I've got to be, concerned about my customers. I also have to be concerned about liability insurance. So when Steve goes to lunch, he doesn't come back smelling like beer. After work, hey, you can do whatever you want. But during business hours, I ask you to, stay straight and stay sober. On the mountain bike trail on Sunday, I'm not your boss anymore. Do what you want. I don't judge. At work, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to have some mechanics that are, man, they're great mechanics and awesome dudes. But employable is a different situation. And I think that's another hurdle that bike shop owners have to jump because generally, the bike shop was a little bit lax about some rules. And, I've been around bike shops my whole life. I know it happens in the back room sometimes, but in 2025, in my bike shop, everybody's got to stay, sober and straight until you get off work. Then it's not my business anymore. As long as you're not repping the shop. So anyway, that's my bicycle shop rant today. We've got an awesome group of riders getting ready to ride out of here on a chilly. It's 29 degrees at 6 o'clock in Biloxi, Mississippi. That's very, very rare. But these guys are going to go ride their bikes. I'm going to go hop on my trainer, and we're going to start over tomorrow with another day. So, from Biloxi Bicycle Works.
Snow on the ground.
And Bart with Biloxi Bicycle Works and Bicycle Rider YouTube. If you like what we do, like and subscribe, and I'll keep giving updates on what's going on in the shop. Steve, you had a lot of repair dropped off today, didn't you?
Sure did.
We love repairing bikes. So if you're on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, we're not one of those shops that say no. We're ready to say yes to most things. After Christmas, we're giving a little leeway on department store and big box store bikes out of a fiduciary responsibility. We see what's coming out and we want to help. They're not really our bread and butter. I prefer not to work on a lot of that stuff in general, but we also don't want kids falling out on the street because the handlebars weren't tight, or forks on backwards, or brakes not adjusted right. But believe me, there's only so much you could do with some of the Amazon bikes that are so cheap that the materials are they're scary for us as bicycle mechanics. We do what we can, but we'd rather work on bikes. When I thought about opening up a bike shop years ago, I didn't think I'd have to work on cheap Amazon e-bikes. I wanted to work on bicycles. So we are having to kind of change what we do. We're fairly careful. We want to be cautious about some of the stuff we bring in because of liability insurance. And sometimes I call Steve my watchdog. Because Steve's got to be the guy that says, that's beyond basically our scope of work. And a lot of it is because we don't want to get sued later for some cheap quality. If we fix a bottom bracket and we look and the bike doesn't have brakes, we're probably not going to fix that bottom bracket unless you let us put on brakes. And on an e-bike, we can't just put on any brake. It's got to be a specific brake with a motor cutoff switch on. That could be a good video for another time. But moral of the story is we're happy to work on your bikes. Right now, we're giving a little bit of extra leeway to work on department store and, direct-to-consumer bikes after Christmas because we want to help people. We are that local bike shop. But if things are too good to be true, if you get a bike shipped to you for $97, that's probably the stuff we're going to turn down just as we're going to tell you return it, and we'll try to find you something used or something possibly. But, be careful what you buy. My dad said if things were too good to be true, they probably are. So look at those price points. There's a lot of material in a bike. This is carbon fiber, but the aluminum frame, all the machining, all the parts, all the metal, the rubber. There's a lot of raw materials. And then shipping. I just shipped a pair of tennis shoes to my mom in Texas, and I think it cost me $15. So if you think a bike's coming over for China or even shipped from some warehouse in California to your house in Connecticut, and you're still getting it for $97, they've skimped somewhere on the price. So as a local bike shop owner, employees, friends, be careful what you buy. We want you to enjoy your ride. So, Bicycle Rider YouTube, over and out. There's my rant for today.